hear me okay? Can you see me okay? Can you hear the music? Let me know what the relative volume sounds like. Hope everything's okay. I was struggling with my audio setup, trying to get being able to monitor output, and because I'm such a genius, I realized I had to just turn my volume up. Spent like 10 minutes trying to figure out what was going wrong, and it was just that I needed to hit the volume key on my keyboard. So go me. Okay, music is too loud. All right, let's fix that. Give me a moment. All right. Let's see. Okay, I'm quiet and the music was loud. Well, let's fix that. That should do it. Okay. Alright, is this any better? I just tried to turn the desktop audio way down. Audio's lagging. Music too loud. Alright, we'll get this figured out. Let's see. Okay, well I just changed the audio volume. Hopefully the audio is, or sorry, the music is quieter, is that correct? I don't know, maybe, maybe not. Yeah, let me know if the music volume is any better. Okay, is it like a good balance right now? Maybe turn the music up a little, down a little, I don't know. Hard to say. Okay, it's better. Good, good. Alright, let me, Alright, subtle buzzing noise. Alright, let's see if I can figure this out. Give me a moment. No. Hard to say. Okay, it's better. Good, good. Alright, let me, subtle buzzing noise. Alright, let's see if I can figure this out. Let me try that. Give me a moment. Okay. Mild audio delay, but that's fine. Oh, I wonder if I have an audio filter on. It's applying an artificial delay. That could be the case. Let's find out. Filters. Nope, nothing on there. Anything on over here? Filters? Nope. Okay, well, you know, close enough. Alright, I just turned the desktop audio a little bit. Good now. There's indeed a little buzz. Okay, we'll have to get that figured out. Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm still relatively new to this streaming thing. Okay. Let's see. Alright. Okay, we'll have to get that figured out. I see. Yeah. Thanks for your feedback. Alright, there we go. Okay, hopefully this looks okay, and sounds okay. Thank you for your patience, everyone. Always, man, like, just in case, said cards are loud. That's because I was dropping them on the table, so that's a rather percussive sound. This sound okay? Yeah? Too loud? Too quiet? How's the voice versus the cards? Just let me know what these sound like to you. Alright, apparently the mild buzzing is still there. Alright, let's see. What else do I have to fix then? Rack level, maybe? So 5. No, that should be fine. Some people are saying it sounds good or sounds perfect, so I'm just gonna roll with it for now. Okay. well, let's roll with it for today, and see how it goes. And of course, I can listen to the stream later, and then in the future stream, hopefully the audio will be slightly better. All right. Well, I think we're good to go. If I don't have any kind of super duper specific plan, you're welcome to ask me questions if you want to. You're welcome to let me make the chat a little bit bigger. Yeah, you can ask me questions if you like. We could watch some videos. I could do some reaction to magic videos and things like that. It is really up to you what we do. Let's see, do I know some basic cardistry moves? Let's see, someone asked how I'm doing. Doing well, thanks. Let me see if I can actually make the chat, pop out chat. Ah, yes, here we go. This will help. All right, and then I just expand this window, right? Yeah. Okay. Hopefully that should do it. All right, let me think for a moment. I'm actually just going to nudge this a tiny bit. I can hear ever so slightly better music-wise. Good. There we go. All right, let me scroll down. Let's see. Someone asked about cardistry moves. I do very little cardistry. I mean, I do, basic flourishes that are relevant to Magic. Some dribbles, springs, things like that. So nothing super fancy cardistry-wise. I do, one or two simple flourishes. Let me get a deck that is not in order. I don't mind messing up. All right, yeah, these are not in order. Favorite reaction I've gotten out of doing Magic for someone. I have this aunt, she's like very professional, worked for, some corporation or whatever, and I did a magic trick for her like at the dinner table, and in front of my parents, she just goes, "No fucking way," and it was pretty great. I do some, anyway, cardistry-wise, I do some, fans and stuff, as you can see, not that well. But yeah, cardistry just, I love it, I love watching it, but it's not my area of expertise. So yeah, that's probably my favorite reaction that I've ever gotten out of anyone would be that. Kind of move this here, and then I can kind of reset that. Resets that too. Okay. What was my thesis? I actually didn't do I didn't do a thesis. But I did a lot of research, but I didn't do a thesis in school. Okay, can I describe, Axion asks if I can describe every book I have in my background. I don't know, that'd be a lot. Can I move this over? Hold on a second, I'm still figuring out the various, okay, I guess that sort of works. Yeah, sure, why not? Do that. Yeah, okay. This is fine. This will be fine. Good enough. Okay, let's get on with it. Go down one. Someone liked the Yu-Gi-Oh cards video. Thanks very much. Glad you enjoyed it. How many hours do I practice per day? Asks Lucas. Really depends. I would say, most of my time these days is devoted to creating stuff and working on videos, so kind of depends on whether you consider that practice or not. I used to practice when I was younger, 8 hours a day or something. And let's see, 99 red GGs says, "It's a privilege that you decided to share your time with us." Oh, thanks. Someone asked how my parents met, let's see, 2 of the 4 parents met when they were psychiatric residents. The resident means they're in training. So they met as residents at UCSF in San Francisco, and then their spouses eventually met as well. Okay, do I intend on doing other kinds of magic? Yeah, mentalism is something that interests me a lot, and I've been doing some of. I just don't do much mentalism on the internet because I don't think it translates as well as it does in person. Destination unknown. Will I ever be back on Fool Us? Not sure. I've thought about it, but we'll have to see. Favorite music or song? I don't know about a song, but my favorite band is probably Glass Animals, I'd say. When will we be able to see you live on stage? Good question. I don't know. Kind of depends when how the pandemic progresses or doesn't. Okay, so yeah, if you guys, Josiah, what's the easiest way to learn magic? Well, easiest or best, hard to say. I mean, watch my videos on my channel. I teach magic. Shameless plug. No, I really like Card College, that series of books if you like to read. I'm also working on an online course right now, and so that will hopefully be out in like a month or so. It'll be called Card Magic 101, and it'll be an introduction to card magic, but there'll be lots there for people who are advanced as well. Can you give us an idea of what kind of mentalism? Well, I'm still kind of working that out, trying to do things a little differently, I guess. Liam asked if I watch the NBA. Not really. Basketball's never been I mean, I've watched a few games here and there, but it's not something I'm super into. Okay. How long have I been how many years have I been doing magic? Lucas asks. I've been doing magic for close to 15 years now. Favorite movie about cards or magic? Good question. Favorite movie about cards or magic? Well, I mean, I think my favorite movie about magic, I remember really liking The Prestige. I thought that was a really great movie. So was The Illusionist as well. I don't know about movies involving cards. I mean, The Sting is obviously great. That one I thought was an absolute classic. So yeah, no, that one I like a lot. This doesn't work. All right, whatever. Oh, maybe restore chat. See if this works. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna do it this way. Great. All right. I live in California. I've not seen Now You See Me. So is 21 the movie about the MIT people? If so, I have seen it, but it's been a while since I've watched it. So things I could do today. I could answer some questions. I could talk about some things in magic. We could watch some YouTube clips together, and then I could do some commentary on them. Not explaining how the tricks are done, but talking about why the tricks work or what's interesting about them or whatnot. Bao asks if I've ever been exposed when doing live magic. Yeah, people will figure things out from time to time, but I guess you find ways of working around it, and you find ways of making it work essentially, and having outs and things like that. So yeah, from time to time. So let's see, favorite deck. Well, bicycles are the ones I use the most. Yeah, bicycles are the ones I use the most, and then I'd say my favorite design-wise, maybe Tally-Ho fan backs. I tend to be kind of partial to those. Okay, someone is interested in Leonard Green. Someone is interested in seeing me react to the famous, Now You See Me scene, so all of those are doable. Ruben asks if I plan to go into neurobiology academia. Well, depends how magic goes. Vilad says hello from Denmark. Hello from the U.S. to Denmark. Okay, yeah. Why don't we do a little bit of security check scene? Okay, let's do that one. Just go here. So now you see me. Now you see me. Security check scene. Oh wow, yeah, this is it the hidden card scene? Yeah, well that was the first thing that came up. so I assume that's what we're gonna watch. So let me just add it
Ultra
first.
foot shape comfort gives your toes
We'll
more
get to it.
so
I'll,
nothing gets in
share
the
my
way of
screen.
you
Show
and the space you've been searching for.
Yay. Great ad.
Ultra.
Ooh.
Make room for a better run.
Okay. All right. So I've actually not seen this movie. Now you've seen these. Let me go to my my screen. Where's that? Screen and face. Is this it? Yes. There we go. Okay. Here we are. So hopefully people can see the screen. So let's take a look.
Okay.
Actually, let me pause the music first. I wonder if people can actually go back to YouTube for a second. All right. Good. Yeah, it's been working. I think I've gotten the gist of the clip. Yeah, so probably enough at least to talk about it. So basically, what's going on there? Hopefully, people can actually see my stream. All right, well, we'll find out. Anyway, so basically, what's going on here is a series of transfers from palm to palm to palm. They're doing a number of like back palming moves. Let's see if I have a deck of cards. I don't mind beating up a little bit. So they're doing a number of back palming maneuvers, which look like this, where the card is, I can still be, it's been a while, vanishing like this, and then reappearing. And they do some transfers from the front of the hand to the back of the hand, but they're essentially palming the card back here. And that's generally the type of palm that's being done. It's usually done in like stage manipulation acts or things like that. So that's generally where that comes from. But they're also combining it with some other types of palming techniques as well, and shooting the card up the sleeve and things like that. Although you would generally need a device to get things to slide up and down the sleeve that easily. But again, they've taken some poetic license, which is fine because it's a movie and that's kind of like the point. But it's a great, what I watched of it, and I don't want to watch the whole thing just because it's like all copyrighted on stream, but that's, I think, maybe the most we'll get out of it. And then people wanted to see something about, was it a Leonard Green request? Put the music back on. There we go. Is that really possible? I mean, some of the palming in that scene is actually possible, but a lot of it is kind of a fantasy. I mean, the way you're throwing the cards, from one person to another. There were also a few moments where the way they were doing the transfer, it like clearly it would have been visible to the observer, like the other person in that scene. But there were only a few moments where I felt like that was the case. Although mainly it's just like there are a lot of constraints when they're building something like that because they have to make it like work theatrically for the scene, or I guess cinematically for the scene would be the right word. So I can hum and haw and think about, oh well, maybe it would have been visible to one of the people in the scene because of the angle there, but that's not really what it's about, and it's kind of unfair to ask that of them when they're trying to make it work for the movie. So I thought it was a really cool scene. I really liked it. Again, I'll have to watch the whole movie. I've not seen the whole thing. Okay, let's think. Someone was asking for do I like Monopoly? I guess, yeah. I recently started. I've never played Settlers of Catan until maybe 4 or 5 months ago, and that's a great game. So someone was asking about Physimact by a guy named Andost, and someone else was asking about an act that was, I think, Leonard Green. So if you have some other people that you would like to see me react to, feel free to put them in the chat. Can I do any flourish or cardistry because I more do the casino style? Oh wow, Justin. Thanks so much. That's really, really kind of you. Flourish-wise, yes, I do some, flourishes like springs and things like this. So that's definitely a part of it. But I try to avoid doing a lot of that. Are the cards in my hands in order? Not this deck. This deck is not in order. I have other decks of cards that are in order. But yeah, if there are people you'd like to see me react to, Leonard Green, the Chosen Suit part. I think I understand what you, what part of that performance that you're referring to. Yeah, so why don't I do a reaction to that? I'm still working on like how to like see the chat and also how to see the chat and how to watch something. I still haven't like set up all of those like overlays and things like that yet, so it's difficult for me to it's hard for me to set all that up perfectly and be able to see the chat at the same time. So while I'm doing things, I may not be able to respond to chat. Yeah. Someone said 7 of diamonds, so here's a 7 of diamonds. Hopefully that gets around the top shot request too. Thoughts and reaction to Richard Turner? Yeah, happy to do it. I love Richard Turner's work. Always happy to do that. Favorite card at any number? Oh, that's a good question. There are a lot of different versions of that. Here's what we'll do. Let's try this. Give them a couple shuffles. And I'm going to ask someone, I'm going to have different people name stuff. So maybe, why don't we have someone name... okay, someone already named a card. And someone name a number from 1 to 52. Why not? Someone give me, or maybe a number from like 20 to 40. 20 to 40. Give me a number from 20 to 40. Or something in that range, maybe. Alright, well, I see 3 of hearts is the first number that was, the first card that was named was the 3 of hearts, and the very first number that got named was 34, I think. The 34 person said the 34th card from the top is the 7 of spades, but to be truly accurate to what people said, okay, so someone is saying 3 of hearts. Was that the very first one that was said? Yeah, if you scroll up in chat, Romeo Issa says 3 of heart, and the very first card that was said was Walter Viaro is saying 34th card. And those, and then Fernando also said 34, so I guess another 34. And the next card that was named was also the 3 of hearts. Okay, so to be true to what I was saying earlier, I have to go with 34, 3 of hearts. All right, here goes. Done. Let's see if I can do it from this view. I think I should be able to do it from that view. Yeah. All right, good. Here goes. So I said 34. It was 34 and 3 of hearts. That's what was named. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Now you will notice that the cards were on the table before everything was named. People named, it was the 3 of hearts and 34. The cards had been on the table the whole time. All I've done is spread the cards out on the table and count down to the 34th position. Now you'll notice that the 33rd card is the 2 of spades. The 34th card, or 35th card I should say, is the 6 of clubs. And the card at the it was 34th position. So 33 is 2 of spades, 35 is 6 of clubs. The card at the 34th position is the 3 of hearts. So there's your card at any number. Hope that was fun. Not my most eloquent card at any number, I should say, but a card at any number nonetheless. Alright, hope that was a good time for people. So yeah, that is my favorite version of card at any number. That's my favorite version of the trick. If anyone's, and they're not like all 3 of hearts or anything. Okay, let's maybe do some reacting to stuff. How about yeah, it's funny. I did a very similar card at any number last stream and worked similarly. Yeah, so why don't I react to maybe like some. Can I do a one-handed second deal like Richard Turner? Yeah, sure. Why not? Here we go. Fernando, I can only do this trick, but it works 1 in 52 times. Yeah, maybe I just got lucky. I'll never know. Okay, so one-handed second deal. So 2 of spades, and see if I can do some one-handed seconds. Like this. So those are one-handed seconds. Huge X. Yes. I teach over Zoom. I teach private lessons on Zoom. Man, this is a rough angle for strike for one-handed seconds. I mean, this is essentially the exposed view, as you can see, if you know how the card's being pulled back. But this is probably the weakest angle for that. But if you want to see what they would typically look like from a front-on angle to a spades, top card, and I'm able to deal the second one. So these are all one-handed seconds from a slightly better angle. Yes, but yeah, I still teach private lessons on Zoom. Still teach private lessons on Zoom. How do you figure out if a dealer is cheating in poker? Any tips? Well, the only way you can know if a dealer is cheating is if you detect a cheating move. Just because you lose or you think you should have won when you didn't, that doesn't mean you're being cheated. That probably just means you're unlucky. But the only way you can know that you've been cheated is if you actually detect a cheating move. So that requires you have to be able to know the tells of a cheating move, and you have to be able to actually detect the sleight of hand happening. That's the only way you can know that you're being cheated. Otherwise, it's just a guess. How did I start learning Magic? I just started reading books. Card College was my first set of books. People are asking questions about teaching on Zoom. Yeah, if you just go to my website, I'll type it in chat. If you just go to my website, oh, it highlighted my name for some reason, so you're not going to be able to, you're not going to be able to, you'll have to copy paste that. Let's see if I put the GPS maybe, does that do it? Let's find out. Oops.com/booking. Well, okay, that's a link now. If you click on that link, you'll go to my website. If you're interested in lessons, just send me a message on my website at that link. It'll shoot me an email, and I'll get back to you with all the information that you are looking for. Oliver Bell, thanks. Favorite magician? Well, hard to say. It's always a toss-up for me between Ricky Jay, Darwin Ortiz, and Darren Brown. Usually tends to be my picks. All right, yeah. Let's. Why don't I do a few more reactions? So the thing that's tricky is that I want to be able to react to stuff, and I do still want to be able to see the chat. So what I might do is, why don't I? Let me think about this for a moment. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just go to the returning soon screen, so you'll still be able to hear me, and I'll. I just want to see if one thing will work for being able to, like actually watch stuff. I undo mirroring. All right. Yeah. Okay. This may work. This may work. If I go to OBS, find out if it works. So if I go to, let me go to preview studio mode. So if I go to screen interface here, what's that? That's going to show this. Okay, great. Yeah, good. So what that means is I can actually still have chat up there. Yeah, which is good. So I can still put chat up here. And then I can watch the video here. And then I'll be able to still respond to chat at the same time. Okay, good. All right, this should work. So let's go here. All right. Now, for this, hopefully you can all see my screen now. And yes, okay, so hopefully just give me a yes if you can see my screen with my face in the corner, hopefully. And hopefully you should be able to, and I can also see the chat right now, which is super helpful. So, yeah. Okay, good. I should move my face to the other side so that I'm like apparently, yeah, watch. You know what, let me try that. Give me 1 second. Let me go to OBS again. Go back here, transition. Okay, cool. Because what this will let me do is move this spacebar. Take this thing. Put it there. Right. Then it's gonna look correct. Yeah, good. Okay. Perfect. And then I can yeah, then would OBS want to be here? I don't know. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Okay, here goes. We'll get the hang of this streaming thing eventually. Okay. So people are saying Leonard Green. Let's watch some Leonard Green. All right. Maybe yeah. Let's watch some of the TED Talk because I've always loved this one. Okay. Good. So people can hopefully see me, which would be yep. Looks like I'm seeable, and you can see YouTube as well. All right. First, we can take a channel from Google. Yay. Ooh, shoes. Woohoo, yay. Alright, here we go. So we're not going to watch the whole thing, obviously, but, let me know what part of this, if a certain part you want to watch, or if you, specific thing that you want me to react to, or a specific part of
My
this.
favorite topic is shortcuts. The master of shortcuts is, of course, nature. But I will demonstrate different ways to get rid of difficulties and go to the point, to find an answer, probably much quicker than Arthur did. So, first we violate the common sense, the logic. All of you, if you hold your hand like this, 90 degrees,
all right, yeah, so let's go a little bit farther into the card stuff. All right, now let's get here. Here we go. Maybe right there.
But
okay, yeah, this is probably a good starting point.
So, that was a warming up.
Oh, a little bit drowned out by the video. Okay,
Now, I need an assistant.
hopefully that's a little better.
I talked to a nice girl before, Sue. She has left. No, a big hand. Good. Nice. And you can sit over there. One item here was water, right? And I will give my tribute to
All
water.
right, so he's going to do something with a glass.
I think it's enough with water for me.
The
The other
all right,
guys can
I
talk
just
about
turned the
cheers.
YouTube volume down a little bit, so hopefully that's better.
Beer has about, there are lots of water in beer. So, now
Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better.
I will demonstrate different ways of memorizing, control cards and so on. And I think I'll take off this one. I work with
greetings
a
from here to the
special
UK, yes.
method to do it quick. I work with precision. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I love this.
Control And
Yeah, you know what? Let me, do something real fast. One of these, maybe, new deck over here. Yeah. Okay, this will be fun. Gotta think about this for a second. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, these are in order, but let's fix that. Make sure I don't have any jokers in here. Good. Alright, here we go. Yeah, this should do it. And like this. And like this. Except it has to be the other way, right? Yeah. Okay. Alright, here we go. I have to remember how to do this. Yeah. Oh, except not this one. Okay. There we go. Okay, yes, we're in good shape now. We're in good shape. This will hopefully work. Yeah, we'll find out. Alright, so here we go. I'm gonna go back to the video now. Ignore all the setting up there. Okay, back to the video.
And
So,
very
Leonard Green's
powerful
style, I should mention, is very, like, messy in nature. So that's a
I
big
work
part of,
with a special
that's a big part of
method
his deal.
to do it quick. I work with precision. Oh, sorry. Control and a very powerful memory system, right? So, if I have studied the poker, I like to gamble. Officially, I don't gamble, but so if we have a 5-person, and I will do a 5-handed poker game.
Hopefully I'm
Now I
mimicking
will
what you're seeing
interact.
reasonably.
Different person all the time, so not the same person can answer, so we have an agreement. Which one shall have a good poker hand? Which number? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? 3, good. And
All right, here goes.
here, I had a map here to make it a little. The critical moment is, sorry, if a card shark gather the card together, immediately when before he deal the card, now. So I think number 3, I have arranged them in a full house.
All right.
With queens
Here
and
goes.
it's okay. Yeah. Queens and 10s.
Oh, wow.
I
Pretty
see
shoot the
that. I
cut,
like
too.
this.
Hilarious.
I will explain it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I
This
start
gonna
with
work?
3 queens.
Oh, something's off. Something's off. I gotta fix this. No! What did I do? What did I do? Oh, I was so close. Must have been something at the very last minute. Alright, don't mind this readjustment. I'm not as good as Leonard Green's style as Leonard Green is. Okay, there we go. Just had to adjust a couple cards there. Here goes.
So here you see the contrast when I treat the cards.
There we go.
And 2 10s. Yeah. Thank you. Great.
There we go.
But
Four
also
queens.
the other hand is
You did a
good
full house,
if
but
all the other
whatever.
guys has good hands too. So this guy has actually a stronger hand. 3 aces and 2 kings.
Oh, and I should, of course, mention that I dealt the 10s, and then also the jacks, and also the kings, and the aces. I realized you couldn't see my screen there. Anyway, there we go. Back to this. Or couldn't see me there.
This guy beats them with 2 4 of a kind of twos. No reaction? That not even... Okay. And this
Yeah,
look
elephant,
in
I remember
order,
hearing about that.
hopefully. Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And, but of course, I will have the winning hand. 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace. Yeah. So, well, good. So the hand that looks so good from the beginning, number 3, at the end was actually the lowest hand. Such life, right? So please mix them. Now,
Yeah, I realized you
if
couldn't see
are
the cards there.
interested, I
Oh
will
well, I'm still
demonstrate
getting the hang
some
of the whole screen switching thing.
underground
Oh well.
techniques.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Yes. I work with.
All right, let's see if I can figure this out. Apologies, I'm still very new to the whole streaming game. Do I have to hit it like twice or something, or what's the deal here? Transmission. Ah, I see. That's something with studio mode. That's why I don't like that. Yeah, turn that off. Okay. All right. Let me think for a moment. All right. So what if I go back to the studio mode? What if I move this over here? Does that change when I go to, let's say, okay, so we'll still show this one. Yeah, that's good. So maybe I do it this way. Maybe I do it this way. And we go here, right, and we go here, yeah, and then we do that. Okay. Here we go. It's gonna be, it's gonna be a journey. All right. So we're on me now, but I can always make this like half of this screen or something. Yeah, and I can make this like the other half or something like that. And we can get out of studio mode because now I don't need to do that anymore. Good. And then we can kind of do this. Yeah. All right, we're getting there. And then maybe I do the pop-out chat thing. Pop-out chat. Okay. And then we do something like that and this. Okay, okay. I'm hoping this will work a little bit better. So you can see me, importantly, and I can see the chat, and I can see OBS, which is really helpful so I know what the hell's going on, and I can also watch the video. Yay, we're getting there. Sure, I can watch some Renee Lavande as well.
Kind of estimation.
Okay, here goes.
Shuffle
Progress.
tracking. Ah, good. Good. Impressive. Thank you.
Yeah, let's go.
So, first, the
to a
first
different
term
part.
is estimation. Here I can estimate. I always
All right.
ask, why do I put myself in this position? I have to figure out so many outs when I miss, of course, but I love it. So now, I will do it. I will try to find.
So, I should give a little context to anyone who has no idea what the heck's going on right now, which would be totally understandable if you're very confused. So Leonard Green is, I think he's a Swedish magician, I want to say. I think Swedish. And yeah, I think he's Swedish. And then, yeah, if memory serves. And I mean, he's just fantastic in like every way, and is also what he's known for is this like very you know, kind of messy style where he's like, you know, dropping cards all over the place but still is able to control stuff. So that's kind of what he's known for. And so when you watch him, you're going to see him, you know, talk about how he's great with cards and then drop stuff and then still, you know, amazing things happen. So it's a great style, and it's really what sets him apart. And so he does a lot of things with that, and it kind of, you know, goes on and on throughout the performance. So with that said, let's watch the kind of ending few minutes.
find the diamonds, but I will do it the hard way.
So he's going to try to find all the cards of a suit, but, you know, it's made much more interesting by his very messy style.
It's too easy to do it right away, right? I think I will do it blindfolded.
Makes the glasses
At this
vanish.
distance, it works immediately.
He talked about earlier on how the laser would cause blindness in 30 minutes, which the line he uses is just long enough to watch the rest of my performance. And then he shines it in his own eyes. Pretty funny. Don't do that at home. That'd be bad, dangerous, bad. Now he can duct tape his face.
Duct tape. And look, check the cards so I don't.
Yes, Jeff Rourke. That's one of his classic lines.
Yeah, good. I like the empathy. But it was,
Yeah.
did you hear? It was women's voice. Hear the guy, yeah, more.
Okay,
Yeah,
another
good.
piece of tape.
Yeah, you can take the nostril too, because some guys think,
And then she, yep, another one up there. Oh, that's gonna stop.
some
taking
guys
that off
think
the
I can peek
eyebrows.
through the nostril. So they, good.
All right, on the nose. You can't
Right?
see down the nose. That is actually a way you can peek through a blindfold.
Satisfied?
Yes.
Looks good like
And
Batman.
then on the hair.
Oh!
Oof.
No, with dignity and elegance, right? But I like her, yeah. I said be a
All right.
little tough, and it was okay. One more, the last. Okay. Sorry.
I wish I could put the last one.
Now you
That's
must
right over the
agree that
center.
I must rely on other senses, right?
Yes, definitely other senses. No way he can
I
use
work
his
with
sight now.
vibration.
Throughout the entire performance, he just keeps saying, "Oh, I work with this sense. I work with that sense. I use this memory system." He just keeps changing the, arcane and very, somewhat crazy thing that he claims to be using. So that's kind of a running line throughout the performance. Okay,
So?
let's see what happens.
What was the card? Diamonds. I memorize hearts. So now I have to improvise again. Maybe I'll stand up. Half. Diamonds. I'll start with Ace of Diamonds.
He's got this whole mess of cards in his
Just
hand.
kidding. Warming up. King of Hearts.
And it's not even the King of Hearts.
And I give you diamonds today, so you put them here in a nice row, right? And you can see? Yeah, good. Ace of Diamonds, yes. Good. Two.
All right, there's one.
thank you. I never ever miss two. This is interesting. Always I found two. But the wrong color, spades, sorry.
It's not even the two of spades.
And the deck is a gift to you after. So let the skepticals here and this guy examine it, right? Remind me, it's a gift. Two, it was two of spades, right? Sorry, two of diamonds. I do it quick now. Three of diamonds. Yes.
All right, there's three.
Four. I like challenges, yes. Yeah, good. Pardon?
You're peeking. You have to just do this. Just request from the other eye.
All right, and then they decide, let's wrap his head in tinfoil. I think that's the guy, like the MC for like Ted.
Okay. Let's try that.
It looks a bit like a medieval knight or something, or like that like Swagger Souls guy, I think his name, the streamer. All right. Has to try to breathe.
Oh, oh good.
All right, and
Yeah.
then, oh yeah, he's gonna do the ears. We can hear. The girl on stage is like, what
Okay.
did I get myself
Now.
into? He cut a little hole near the mouth. I mean, he
This
could probably
may
breathe
be a
out
little tough. We will try.
below, but
Yes. Good.
thanks so much, Caleb. That's super nice of you.
Okay.
Glad I can provide some inspiration.
How many cards? 5? 4. Is 5 the next card? It's not here. Oh. So here, all the cards are face down. You agree? Yes? You see that in the screen? And this is face up, and it's not at the bottom here. So next card will be, was it 5? Yeah, I will reverse it, face up here. Yes? Okay. 6. 6 with a thumb.
Love that production. I think that's really cool.
7. Yeah, I do this. I know where it is because I peeked before and then I do this.
Yep, there's
Right.
7. Oliver Bell asked for Ricky J. Yeah, I could do
8.
some reaction to Ricky J at some point. 8. There's
Yeah.
the top shot. It's classic, the move he's really known for. That and the laser deal, of course.
And then 9, right? Yeah. Yesterday, the day before yesterday I was in Vegas and I used this actually. 9, yes.
Deals himself the 9.
Correct? No?
There's the 9.
Yes, I'll go good. 10.
Can I make a tutorial? Yeah, I'm actually working on a basic
Once
tutorial that I'll
again,
post maybe
I love
sometime
this
within the
the only
next
way
month.
move.
There's already one on my channel, but I'll make another one.
Yeah. Jack, you saw it right there? Yeah. Jack of
Alright.
diamonds, correct?
Nope,
Yes.
not the Jack of Diamonds. There's the color change. Beautiful.
And Queen with misdirection. Misdirection.
That's probably my favorite moment of the whole show
Yep.
is shooting the card off the table so she has to go find it. And
And then
finding the queen.
King after exact 5 seconds. Yeah, 5. 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check it. Yes?
King of Diamonds.
Oh.
And there it is, the last card, King of Diamonds. It's to rip off all of the,
Touch me, feel. Oh, yeah, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Leonard Green!
Okay, thank you.
It's just got such a great demeanor. Very understated, which is really nice. Not so ta-da-y the way so many people are, myself included. Yeah, love it. Absolutely love Leonard Green stuff. I think he's just fantastic. Just fantastic. Okay. Let's see. Go back to, maybe that or something. Yeah. Not like normal size? Gosh, weird. Annoying that you can't just view one or the other. Oh well. I'm just messing with screen stuff. Or stream stuff, I should say. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's see. What should we do next? Ricky J. People are interested in Ricky J. People want to see a reaction to the rainbow deck thing. And, oh yeah, the, laser deal. I can find the laser dip. Laser deal. Laser dip? What am I talking about? Okay, laser deal. Let's see if I can find this.
But now talk about shortcuts. Now I go
Gotta be earlier on, right?
is a term. I do it quick. I call this stealing.
Right, where is it? Yeah, here we go.
If
All right.
you press at the right,
So let's go back.
that was a mistake. But now I'm glad I remember.
There we go. All right.
So
So he shuffles.
this deck is bought here. Sorry, I have a little pad to make it a little softer.
Oh, what's so funny
This
about Leonard Green is
deck
unless
is bought here in America. It's called
unless you like know the techniques that he's using, you can know a lot about Magic, and Leonard Green will fool the bejesus out of you because he's just that good.
Bicycle. And this deck is very flexible, but not so many people know. If you check, if you press at the,
Now
at
he's
the
doing
right
the laser deal.
at the right spots, you see how thin and flexible this deck is, right?
Just looks
Now
great
you
in
can
his
carry
hands.
this in your wallet. So you don't see it? No reaction.
Gorgeous. Looks great.
Right? So, but here, and is the camera getting too much? No. Yeah? Pardon? And then when you will have it back, you do this.
Beautiful.
But not too much. Then you have to push it down again.
That didn't
Here,
quite work
please,
as intended,
if you
but
push this.
good nonetheless. So anyway, that was the laser deal. It's actually not a move I ever learned, but it's a really pretty one. Okay, let's take a look at something else. Was I on screen and face there? Yeah, let's go back to Y. There we go. All right. Yeah. So Leonard Green is he's it's the style that really makes it, because everything it seems like so messy and casual and everything that you just feel like, oh, there's no way that he could be, you know, controlling the cards in any way, shape, or form. And yeah, I think that's really what sets his performances apart. And I do my own version of oil and water. Gosh, it's been years since I've done an oil and water routine. I'd have to think about that for a little while to even remember any of the phases. Okay, seems like there's a lot of comments for Ricky J, so I can and also Takumi Takashi. I actually have met the guy before. I've sat across the table with him. He's great, and the stuff he does on video, he can do all that stuff in person. He's that good. All right, so some people want to see Ricky J and Takumi as well, so we can look at them. Yeah, and some people have asked for like movie scenes or things like that, and I kind of want to avoid those because they're copyrighted, and I want to avoid, you know, playing copyrighted content on my streams. Just, you know, if I can. So for obvious reasons, I think. So I'm gonna stick to, you know, stuff that is not, you know, in major blockbuster movies or things like that, because I think that would be probably better to stick with. Okay. Someone asks for some card mucking. I don't want to use use A6 maybe. Card mucking moves. So here's the deal with hand mucking. So let's say I'm dealt A6 like this. We'll start this way, but let's say I'm dealt A6, so 6 of clubs, ace of diamonds, and essentially what would happen in this context is you would peek your whole card like this, and then you would have switched it out for the ace. So that's the basis of hand mucking techniques in general, is you're swapping cards like that. It's never something I've actually put a ton of time into, so that was mediocre at best, but hopefully you at least get the idea from that. But there are a number of different hand mucking techniques out there that allow you to do different interesting things. So, yeah. What's this? Okay, good. Cool. All right, it's irrelevant. Now, let's see. So yeah, maybe do a little Ricky J reaction. That seems to be the predominant request here. So yeah, let's do some of that. Ricky J. Oliver, Piet Fortin pop-out move. Zachary, yes, I do have my own version. It's on my channel. There's a video titled I Have 4 Parents, and that is basically a very souped-up version of the Sam the Bellhop routine, just with some different, different presentation behind it. Someone asked for the Piet Fortin pop-out move, so here's what that would look like. That's the pop-out move. The card mat that I'm using is made by this guy named Patrick Pruzesky, and you can a link to his website is in all of my videos. So you can always find, it's in the description to my videos. You can find a link to his website. Okay. Yeah, apparently there's a little bit of an annoying buzzing sound in the mic. I will figure that out for next time, but nonetheless, well, I'm about to watch another video. I think it's more prevalent, or you can notice it more when I'm talking and when there isn't anything, playing in the background. Okay. Oh, and this is just to show this off, because this is something new. Let's see, a cam overhead. There we go. I added this new overhead camera. This is the newest part of the setup, so now I've got this thing, which is really fun. So I've been messing around with this overhead view as well. So that'll make an appearance in some future videos. So I'm just very, very pleased with that. Okay, let's take a look at some Ricky J. Does anyone have a request of which routine of Ricky J's they want me to react to? Anything they'd like to see in particular from Ricky J? If you have some requests of specific things in his shows that you'd like to see me comment on, just put them in chat, and I'll give those a go. Card manipulation. Oh, like the suit production he does. Yeah, we can talk about that. Someone says gambling. ACR. I don't think he does one of those. Okay, I think I know the video you're talking about. Yeah, let's take a look. All right. Pause that. So I think people are talking about this video. Starts with just some nice, pretty flourishes and the like. All right, now the routine starts. It starts really from this point, actually. Do I have a deck collection? Not really. I go through decks so fast, yeah, they're not something I really collect much. Let's see, Max is asking, Daniel, I'm right-handed, but I hold the deck naturally. Yeah, as long as you, so you just need to be consistent. If you hold the cards from underneath in your left hand and from above in your right hand, you need to learn everything that way. If you just find you do everything the other way around, you hold them from underneath in your right hand and from above in your left hand, that's fine, but you have to do everything that way, and I mean everything. Yeah, that's fine if you've got some injuries that force you to do that. But again, you need to be consistent with your handedness. That's what matters the most. All right, Justin, I think you're talking about a collector's type routine. All right, so he's gonna find, I think the spades. So that's the ace and the 2. Then he finds the 3. Love that production. I use that all the time. And then this is really the classic Ricky J thing of, boomeranging cards like this. Finding the, using the 3 to stab into the deck and locate the 4 and the 5, hopefully. Yep, 4 and the 5. Looks great. Now what's interesting is, having found the ace through 5, he kind of just gets through the rest of them really quickly. He gets through the 6, 7 really fast, just turns over the 8. He's even just putting them in a pile. And I used to, yeah, I hear there's some bad, well, there's a hum in this video. That's not just me. There's a loud hum in this video, which may be coupled with a hum in my mic, but I promise that will get fixed for next time. So apologies for audio issues. Yep, so that's all the spades. Diego, yes, sometimes my fingers will hurt. Frank, what's the progress of the course? Well, it's all planned out. I just have a lot of filming and editing to do. How much will it cost? I haven't entirely decided yet. I want it to be affordable on a monthly basis. It's not going to be, super duper expensive. Again, and the whole point is rather than just a one upfront cost or anything, what I'm thinking of is, you know, having it be, I don't know, maybe like $10 a month. Again, that's not hard and fast. It may be a little more, maybe a little less, but something along the lines of like $10 a month maybe. And so don't hold me to that, but that's what I'm thinking right now. And for $10 a month, I would do the whole idea is that each month I would post a new video teaching a new technique or trick. And it might even be broken up into parts. And then I would also do like a members only live stream or something like that, where it's just, you know, like a, you know, Zoom webinar or something where people can ask questions about about whatever they're working on in the course, and I will answer them. And I'm also thinking about potentially, you know, maybe doing a Discord so that people have, you know, a place to ask questions and things like that. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking is, you know, maybe like $10 a month, and I might offer a discount for a whole year, you know, like a little bit, you know, some discount if you buy for a whole year at a time. But the whole point about doing the subscription is that rather than it just being like, okay, here's a bunch of videos, it being like, well, no, here's like a community of learners that you can join where I'm going to provide continual support and help and troubleshooting, and I'll continually add to the course every month. So hopefully that sounds, you know, reasonably affordable or doable or interesting for people. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, it's going to take a lot of work to get the course going. Okay. So let's see. Oh, notice I'm only looking at top chat right now. I should really look at all chat. Wonder if what people said about that. I don't know why it switched to just top chat rather than live chat. Weird. Discord for sure. You can even use the Discord. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking of doing with the you know, the like private kind of stream type things. But yeah, I guess that probably can be done through Discord, which would be great. But yeah, thinking like, you know, it'll be a video every month plus a live stream every month, so you're getting basically something every 2 weeks, and maybe even a third thing or something like that. And of course the live streams would be recorded and they would go on, you know, be uploaded so that if you miss them, you can always watch them later. And again, this is all just tentative, so things could change, all subject to change. But I don't know. Let me know if, you know, $10 a month for continual support and super high quality, well edited videos would be, you know, affordable if people think that'd be interesting. Because I think that's a fair price, because it's going to take a huge amount of work on my part to put this together, like a colossal amount of filming and editing, and it's going to take a lot of my time every month. But I also want it to be affordable for people who, you know, maybe can't afford private lessons or, you know, buy a bunch of expensive magic books. So I really want it to be like a comprehensive course where, like, if you wanted to just learn from that source, you could. So that's kind of the lifetime in the community monthly country right now. Yeah, so that's kind of the plan. Luke is asking, what do you recommend learning techniques? Oh, Max, I actually don't do a revolution cut, oddly enough. Where do I recommend learning them? Well, my online course coming soon. And, you know, books like Card College are great. Big fan of those, so I'd always recommend those. All right. All right, in the hands riffle shuffle. Yeah, 10 to 20 is fair. Yeah, I hope so. So I may kind of have the basic, you know, tier where you get everything at like $10 a month, and then, you know, if I want to add like, maybe if there's a cheaper tier with less features, I could add that, or if there's, you know, some other stuff I might add, I might make another tier. But I want to keep the pricing really simple, and so I'll probably start with just like, you know, maybe $10 a month or something like that, $15 a month. I don't quite know yet. Oh yeah, Railroad is also great. Someone wanted a flourish of some kind. Someone asked for a specific type of riffle shuffle. So that is a specific type of riffle shuffle that people were asking for. So what will it include? Well, it's going to start from like the ground up. So it's going to start with, you know, how to hold a deck of cards. It will cover, you know, the basics of, you know, breaks, controls, shuffles, things like that. And then it'll, you know, start to get into some of the more advanced techniques. And so that's kind of the thought for what it'll include. But it'll start to get to relatively advanced stuff pretty soon. And it's basically going to mirror the kind of curriculum that I teach in lessons. So when I teach private lessons, it's going to mirror, and Luke, they'll probably be on a Patreon. That's kind of, I think, the model that I'm thinking of doing for a course. So Patreon will probably be the thing. I just like that, you know, I thought about like Skillshare and other things, but I just like the idea of having total control over it. So that's a thing that I'm, you know, that I think might be good, is to have total control over it. Anyway, someone had asked for a certain type of shuffle, so I just did it a bunch. Hope that was satisfying. How do I know when you do a Pharaoh shuffle that it's 26? Well, it's about visual comparison primarily. So when you do a Pharaoh shuffle, this is what it looks like. Well, this deck is actually missing a card, so I'm not going to use it with that deck. But if anyone I'm not going to teach it here, but if people want to see the Pharaoh shuffle, it looks like this from above. That's the Pharaoh shuffle. It looks like this. So hopefully that helps. But it's a visual comparison. I mean, you're just looking at the cards and you're learning to split 26 and 26. That's what you're learning to do. Differential Equations asks, do you exercise your fingers to increase dexterity? Not really. I think I'm mostly for dexterity. You practice magic. I think you will probably get the most out of just practicing. Do I know how to solve a Rubik's Cube? I've never solved a Rubik's Cube before. Maybe I should learn how to do that. Maybe that'll be fun. Never done it before though. And let me see. I've got a order. Yeah, I need these from order, right? Not these. That's what I'm looking for. Love your video at the Magic Castle. What's a card trick that you've seen another magician do that you can't figure out? Well, hard to say. I very rarely get fooled with a deck of cards anymore. So if I ever get fooled, it's going to be on video. And the thing about video is that you never really know what happened in the video. But by the way, Saeed, thanks very much. That's very, very kind of you. I don't know if there's anything, you know, necessarily in video, but well, I'm not speaking eloquently here. What I'm trying to say is, when you see magic on video, you never know how much of the trick you're seeing, or if you're you know, only seeing a part of it, or if some of it's cut out. And that's actually, and to be clear, that's usually not up to the magician when you're seeing like them, you know, do something on video. Like there's, you know, producers and editors and things like that. So if you ever see a performance, then you're like, oh, that's edited, you know, that's not fair. That's usually not the performer's fault. Like, you don't have control usually if you're on TV or anything like that of every single aspect of how it gets portrayed and how it gets, you know, shown. And so, like, you just have to keep in mind that these things are a large team effort, and, you know, have a little compassion if you're not happy with how something, you know, shows up on the screen eventually, because there's a lot that can go on, and you know, I think the challenge is that, you know, when you're trying to create the best magical experience for the viewer and also the best kind of cinematic experience from the viewer, those can sometimes conflict, and so it's just an occupational challenge. And let's see, how do you know if you're good enough to be on Penn and Teller Fool Us? I mean, you send in an audition and see what they think. And let's see, someone is saying, in the hand riffle shuffle is 2 sets of cards. Do you put both away inside your fingers and do the shuffle? How much do I, for private lessons, if you're interested in lessons and you want to find out more information, just contact me at danielroymagic.com/booking. There's a form there. Fill it out, and I'll give you all the information you need by email. So that's what I'd recommend doing if you want more information about that. All right. Any other questions? People are asking for some more reactions. I think I'll do more reactions on the next stream. I already did a bunch, today. So I'll definitely do some more in a future stream. So if you have other questions, feel free to put them in chat, and I will give them a shot at answering. Should be able to milk from the Yu-Gi-Oh video, I assume you mean. Yeah, maybe I'll do Fool Us again. We'll see. I'm thinking about it. Milk the anime community. Yeah, I may do another video that's all about like Yu-Gi-Oh magic or something like that. And so that would be fun. Do I ever get purple spots on fingers after too much shuffling? I don't know about purple spots, but you sometimes can get calluses or blisters on your fingers if you practice too much and your hands aren't accustomed to it. And then, do I do this every week? I don't, I haven't decided yet. I'd like to do them more often. I really enjoy doing them, so I'll have to think about it. All right. Justin, thanks so much. That's really kind of you. How long does it take a beginner to learn the Pharaoh Shuffle? Well, that's going to depend on your level of practice. It's also going to depend on the type of coaching you have, and it's also going to depend on, some people just pick it up faster. When I teach the Pharaoh Shuffle in lessons, usually students are able to really, with a month of practice, they're able to really start doing it. And they're able to get the cards to weave within a few minutes when they are properly instructed. And the Pharaoh Shuffle will be a part of my online course. So, that's definitely a big part of it. Yeah, and I may do some, Yu-Gi-Oh! And, some people are asking for Pokemon stuff. Here's the thing, I never played Pokemon. So someone would have to tell me, like, what cards to get, because I don't own any Pokemon cards. I do own, some Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards from when I was little. So it's like, because of that, I wouldn't know anything about, like, the culture or, like, what to do with the cards. I just have to, like, take people's suggestions at face value and not really know much about what I'm doing. Whereas with Yu-Gi-Oh, I at least used to play the game when I was younger, so I know, that I know a little bit about it. Alexi's asking about throwing cards. I do the boomerang card. I don't have enough space here to really do a boomerang card because I'm going to run into the microphone, but, I can do a kind of short one like this. Are Tally-Ho cards better than Bicycle? Well, if you like the look, sure, then that's great. They're pretty similar to, the paper itself is pretty similar, I think. What trick would I recommend starting with, Elmo Taylor? Well, on my channel, I have a video called Learn an Easy Magic Trick. I'd recommend starting with that one. Shameless plug for my own channel. Grant, yes. Oh, hey, Grant, how's it going? Good to see you, bud. Good to see you, man. It's been too long. I hope to jam in person at some point. Yes, those are Dennis Bear's books right there. Great books. Love them. And yeah, a number of great books on the shelf that I love. Starting a magic YouTube channel. Give me some tips. Look, I haven't been doing magic on YouTube that long. I'm still a kind of a newbie when it comes to YouTube and social media and stuff like that. So I don't know if I have too many tips. Prioritize quantity initially over quality. What the advice I've heard is that, like, your first however many videos will not be very good. Just not because of you, but just because you're still learning how to do it. So make a lot of videos and just get through the videos that are not going to be as good. Just start making stuff. Think about tricks you want to do or ideas you want to talk about, and just make videos. That's what I'd recommend. Let's see. People are asking about expert card technique. Love. It's a great book. The language is old-fashioned. It'll be harder to learn from, I think, than Card College. But if you like that style of book, expert card technique is great. Okay. 99 Red GGs is asking for a false dealing demo. So sure, why not? let's do one. But we're gonna do an interesting one. We'll see if I can actually do it. Might mess it up. We'll find out. Do I have 4 aces in here, or am I missing a card? This deck is missing a card. Okay, let's find a deck that is not missing any cards. Presumably this one. So, yeah, these are not missing cards. Good. Yeah, I don't have too much advice on being successful on YouTube because I'm not yet successful on YouTube. I have a relatively small channel. But, yeah, I'm very appreciative of everyone's support. It's going well. Okay, 4 aces on top of the deck. Cut them into the middle. So you can see they really are in the middle. Here goes. There's your center deal demo. Hope that was satisfying. Were those Yu-Gi-Oh cards actually yours from when you were a kid? Yes, I had a whole binder of cards that I had to go through. So that was yeah, that was fun to go through. By the way, if people have, if you've got like ideas that you'd like to see in videos or things like that, or things that you liked about a video or things that you didn't like about a video, feel free to let me know in chat. I'm all for feedback. I love getting feedback from people about what they'd like to see or what they don't want to see, what was interesting, what wasn't. I'm all ears. So yeah, feel free to write suggestions in. All for it. Hopes and plans for career in the future. Good question. Yeah, not entirely sure. But I don't know. We'll I mean, yeah, we'll see how the magic goes, and we'll see if I stick with it. Daniel, are slow motion demonstrations of mechanics good idea video-wise? I think it would be, but oddly I can't find any. Augustin, say hi. Hi. Glad you liked it. 99 red GGs. I should do more tutorials. I will do some more tutorials coming up. Got some planned. And YD Game Man, no way. Yes way. Yeah, Dirt. I will do some tutorials. Again, my channel's never gonna be like totally tutorial themed, but I will teach some other tricks. I will teach some other tricks on there. But yeah, if people have video ideas, things you'd like to see, let me know. I'm all for it. All right, Daniel, great stream and your setup and production. Gotta leave. Hope to catch another stream soon. Oh, thanks, man. Glad you liked it. That's really nice of you. When is my next stream? Maybe next weekend, something like that. Saturdays, like 3 p.m. is kind of a decent time for me. Sealed aristocrat cards. Oh, these. This was a gift. Stuff down so they don't move. This set of cards was a gift from Jason England. People don't know who Jason England was. Yeah, I mean, so he gave these to me last summer, I think, or no, before that. In Vegas when I was there, and he's someone I've known since I was 12. He's been a really generous mentor to me. He's just been super helpful. Anyone who doesn't know, Jason England is like a world-class sleight of hand gambling expert, and helped me learn a lot of the gambling techniques originally. And so I'm very appreciative for the nice box and the cards in it, and so that's why I display them here. Let's see, Grant is asking, will I ever go to the dark side and do coins? I did coins when I was younger, you may remember, Grant. So really what I think we could say, I've left the dark side. David F, is any chance of a collaboration with other magicians? Yeah, I might do something like that in the future. Not sure yet. So we'll see, we'll have to see. Any advice on being a professional magician? Not really. I'm new to the game, so I don't know how valuable any of my advice would be, honestly. Jason Land, do I ever have the urge to cheat in card games? Well, when I play cards with my friends, they won't let me touch the deck. So that's... Yeah, that's kind of a, a reason why that usually doesn't happen. When did I start doing magic tricks? Asks Mizu. When I was 10 years old. And now I'm almost in my mid-20s. Can you do the change of color magic trick? I assume you're talking about a color change of some sort. Is that correct? I don't know exactly what you're referring to. To rephrase, are you going to come back to the dark side? No, I don't plan to, Grant. If I do go to any other dark side, it will be the dark side of mentalism. Yeah, no, I mean, I do some mentalism in person. I just don't really do it on camera because it doesn't translate very well on YouTube if you don't have a person to make, free choices or whatever. I mean, yeah, I could have a person on camera and do mentalism, but then what's to say that I haven't just, coached them beforehand on what to think of. So it really doesn't work the same way as it does live when it's a randomly selected audience member. Yeah. Who did I perform for when I first started doing magic? Family, friends, friends of family, families of friends. That's really all of it. Sean, that's what I was actually just doing, was my favorite color change. Yeah, so, Lars, you were asking about the 7 of Diamonds. There's the 7 of Diamonds. Can I do the slip shift? I don't know what move you're referring to, Max. Not familiar with it. Favorite brand of cards? Well, the one I use most are bicycle cards. In college, did you spend more time studying magic or neurobiology? Good question. I don't know. It was kind of a toss-up, to be honest. Yeah, it was a lot. DDHD TV, without giving away too much, the answer to your question is this. That's the answer to your question. Was I nervous when I did my first magic trick? Oh yeah, I was nervous before I performed when I was younger. The nerves will go away with time, though. A very hard color change. Well, I don't know. I tend to think about color changes more in terms of how they look rather than their difficulty. This is hands down my favorite, though. Well, this is my favorite one. Probably. Something along those lines. But yes, I do the Erdnace two-handed transformation, although apparently this was actually invented by Houdini. So apparently that's the case. So really it's not a Erdnace change so much. But I don't remember all the history of that. Alrighty. If you got a few more questions, feel free to ask. I'm probably going to sign off relatively soon. But yeah, I definitely want to do some. More streaming in the future. I really do enjoy it, and it seems like people are have fun asking questions. Tips for the act and performance part of magic. You really want to focus on the feedback you get from your audience and listen to them, and that will certainly guide your progress. Geez, Jason, or Justin, I should say. Wow, that's super sweet of you. Wow, thank you for your time. Do you do paid performances? Yeah, I'm halfway there. I've got my next dose of Pfizer in May. And yes, if you reach out to me on my website, we can absolutely set something up. If everyone's been vaccinated, then yeah. MXG, but yeah, Justin, wow, thank you so much. MXG, I would, let me think about good sources for that. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I think that's a move that you have to tailor to your own hand so much that I don't necessarily know of. I mean, I've learned those types of moves from people, so I don't exactly know what the best source would be, unfortunately. Card College is a really good description of it, so I'd maybe start there. Someone was asking about this one. So there's that one. All right. See if anyone else. It looks impossible because you can change multiple cards. Yes, that's the goal. But yeah, Justin, just DanielRoyMagic.com/booking. shoot me an email and we'll set something up. And really, thank you again. That's really nice of you. Hydro, hardest trick you've done. I did a center deal demo earlier. That's definitely up there. The hardest things I've learned how to do. That was, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes ago or something. Alright. Let's see where we're at. Pretty good turnout on the stream today. Really glad that people have come out and seem to enjoy it. So yeah, if you've got any last questions, put them in the chat. I'll answer a few more, and then I will probably sign off in a few minutes. But yeah, this has been fun. And if you have stuff you'd like to see in future streams, I mean, you know, I can always watch some YouTube videos, react to those. I can always answer questions, do a trick or two here and there, talk about magic. When am I gonna make the video about all the polls? Maybe end of this year or something. Yeah, maybe end of this year, something like that. Have I seen The Sting? Love it. Yes. One of my favorite movies. Is the Change of Hand? Yeah, that type of thing does exist. Let's see, best card trick. Oh, I gotta think about that. How consistent am I with the center deal? Depends how practiced I am. When did I start YouTube? Like posting seriously, like 6 months ago. There's another question up here. Oh, thoughts on Arturo de Ascanio. Jeremy, I'm working on an online course. So that's where intermediate stuff will be posted. More updates in the future. Wow. Thank you for the donation, Pat. That's super nice of you. If you have a question, feel free to ask. Let's see, live tutorial for intermediate magicians. Yeah, I already talked about that. When should you use a new deck? You know, when you're getting started, every couple weeks or something like that, every week or so. But eventually, you know, I would, as you get better, you'll probably develop a liking for new cards more. At least when I perform, I often open new decks for a performance. So that tends to be, you know, why I like new cards, just because I've gotten so used to them with time. Wow, Pat, yeah, thank you so much. If you got a question, feel free to ask it. 4:40 a.m. Vertigo Blue says, but priorities. It's pretty funny. Let's see if I remember anything about this. Whatever. What's a rare deck of mine? Asks Josiah. Rare deck. I don't know if I really have any super rare decks of cards. I've just never been much of a collector of cards. So yeah, it's hard to say. I've ever done a trick that is never seen before. I mean, nothing is new under the sun. Anytime someone thinks that, you know, that they've invented something new, there's always predecessors for it. I'd really recommend that people read this book called Steal Like an Artist. It's by this author named Austin Kleon. And it's a great book, really good thoughts on creativity. So that's definitely a book I'd recommend reading, because, you know, nothing's new under the sun. Everything is iterative. It's all a variation on something else. So yeah, that's I think an important thing to understand. What cards am I using now? These are bicycle cards. Mainly what I use. Someone earlier was asking for a favorite card steal, I think was the question, and it would be this one. So hopefully that satisfies your curiosity. Tell us a joke. I don't know. I don't know if I have any. I did see some funny meme about, it was like the whole, like when social distancing was kind of the new idea that people were, you know, getting accustomed to. You know, there was that graphic of like, okay, well, you know, here's the risk if you're next to each other without masks, and then if you wear masks, you know, there's less of a risk, and then if you are 6 feet apart with masks, there's even less of a risk. And then the bottom tier was, and if you ask someone to pick a card, there's zero risk because they'll like run away or something. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Domino flip. There's your domino flip. Favorite version of 3-card Monty? I mean, the one I do in my castle video. I like the legitimate, authentic versions of it. Max wants to be fooled so that you have something to think about. Interesting. Can I do a shuffle now? All right, Max, I'll do something interesting. So, you know, when you're trying to keep cards like the aces on the top, one easy thing to do is just to let the top cards fall last, right? Of course, the aces are still on top. And if I leave them face up, this is really obvious. Whenever I shuffle, the aces just remain on top. I'm just letting them fall last, right? Everyone knows that you can do this. It's not really a secret. So let's please contact Michael Trott and get booked on Monday Night Magic. Oh, thanks, Pat. Yeah, maybe I'll do that at some point. That'd be really, really fun. So let's just for whoever was asking for something maybe less well known, here are the 4 aces. And again, you can always keep them on top by just letting the aces fall last, right? Very simple. But okay, let's make this a little more interesting. You'll notice this time the top stock is always going to get buried in the deck. So you see how the top stock gets shuffled into the deck? And on this next shuffle, the top stock gets shuffled into the deck as well. And on this next shuffle, the top stock also gets shuffled into the deck. And on this last shuffle here, the top stock also gets shuffled into the deck. And yet, after all those shuffles, if I've done this correctly, the aces are all back on top, despite it getting buried each time. Hopefully that is deceptive. Beach, this is the best stream ever. Oh, well, thanks. Glad you liked it. Oh yeah, bottom deal's gonna be pretty fun from this angle. 4 aces. Face up on the bottom. That's a bottom deal. Any book recommendations suggested? I'd really recommend The Science of Magic by Gustav Kuhn. Love that book. Love that book. Experiencing the Impossible, The Science of Magic. I think that one's great. Let's do a bottom deal face down. 4 aces in the bottom. Here goes. Josiah's asking for a tutorial on that top stock. Sorry, not gonna happen. That one is gonna stay less well known. I'll do it one more time though. Here are the aces. They get shuffled into the deck. Again, the top stock gets buried. Top stock gets buried. One more time, the top stock gets buried. Hopefully, should be the 4 aces. But okay, you say, anyone can do a bottom deal from that angle. Fine, fine. Let's do it from this angle. 4 aces on the bottom. Make it happen from this angle. Got a hanger on the last one. Happens from time to time. Vertigo. Sleight of hand level is over 9,000. Ah, good meme. Good meme. Let's do it face down. Aces. Here goes. Jeez. Should probably pay more attention to the cards and less attention to chat. It's kind of hard to do a bottom deal while I'm trying to read chat at the same time. Okay. There we go. Sorry for the hangers there. That's pretty hilarious. So, tips for the perfect riffle shuffle. I mean, I don't do a perfect riffle shuffle. I do a perfect pharaoh shuffle on the table, if that's what you're referring to. But I definitely don't do a perfect riffle shuffle. So, yeah, I don't quite know what you're hoping for there. I don't think the perfect riffle shuffle is really a move that's worth investing time, but that was a perfect table pharaoh. So, yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think you would have had to maintain a break to the last trick. I think you are shuffled the aces to the top. Ah, I assume you mean during the shuffles. 0K, very slowly. Super duper 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 slowly. You only eventually get up to speed. Very slowly at first. Alright, Max, I'll have to do that one very slowly, I guess. So let's do it real slow. I'll have to take my hands off the deck after each one. Top stock gets buried. Top stock gets buried. Top stock gets buried. And last shuffle. So I remember this. Top stock gets buried. There we go. So there's your, it's called a, well, I'm not going to say what the name of it is. It's in one of the books on my bookshelf. Alright, hopefully that was fun. And, Pat and, Justin, thank you both so much again. That's very, very generous of both of you. But yeah, I really wanted to do a new stream, do a stream with the, new setup now, because it's very, very pretty. Someone is asking about the dice. There's nothing special about the dice. They're just dice. You cut to where the aces are. I'm probably wrong. Well, yes, I mean, you do have to cut to the aces, but it's just a, it's a very intricate top stock control. Where am I hiding this time stone? Ah, good one. Clegane. Good name. Your table pharaoh looks so much like a riffle. Yeah, that's the challenge of the table pharaoh, is making it actually look like a table riffle shuffle. Right, to get that sound. Right, that's the challenge of it. Let's see if I can get a better sound this time. There we go. That's what it's really supposed to sound like. Yeah, so anyway, that's, see if it worked. Yes. Good. Yeah, thanks. Glad you like the setup. This took a long time to put together. And there's a whole new tech setup too, which you guys can't see, because I mean, of course, it's out here. But like, what I have right now is I've got a Visa arm, like a Visa pole that's mounted on my desk, and then it's got all these arms coming off of it, and I've got a boom mic that's right there. So I've got a camera up here, and I've got a camera right there, and then I've got a main camera right here. That's on its own tripod. And then I have a computer monitor mounted over here on this side that can move around. So that's why I can watch the videos over here on this monitor, and there's a monitor over here where I can see chat. So I'm just messing around with the setup. Yeah, so that's how this has come together. Let me guess, it's a Sony monitor? The cameras are Sony cameras, yes. Three Sony cameras, but the monitor I think is made by Dell. But yeah, I use my main camera is the Sony A7 III, and then the other two cameras are A6400s. Let's see, IDK, I did one trick I'm practicing where you have the spectator put the selected card anywhere in the middle of the deck to make the trick seem fair. I'm practicing cutting to where they put it. Well, yeah, you need to learn a card control, not just estimation. So yeah, you need to learn a card control. First trick you tried where you felt like you were hitting a wall. Probably Marlowe's estimation aces. Probably Marlowe's estimation aces. That would probably be it. Let's see. Any tips for a young magician? Listen to your audiences. They will give you the best feedback. Mizu, good night. Good night to you. Let's see. Tim S. First is legit bury the next 3 removing cards off the top. Not quite, actually. Not quite. Let's do it. Let's do it face up. Why not? 4 aces face up. They're buried, right? So this is the top stock, and it's going to get buried again. Means I can't be removing cards if it's getting buried again. And then again, this is the top stock, so it gets buried in the deck again. And of course, this last shuffle is where the magic happens, and now the aces are back on top. So, that may give you a little clue. But it is in a book. It is in a book. Without a break. Yeah, well, there are other ways of doing that. Without holding a break. But the break is still your best bet for controlling a card. Always will be. For the most part. Josiah asked, do I like Minecraft? I actually played Minecraft when it was in beta, when I was like a little kid. And then I haven't really played much after that. But like none of the stuff that exists today existed then. But it was a lot of fun. Let's see. Do I prefer the classic pass or shift, and why? Oh, leaf change. Thanks so much. That's really, really generous of you. One-handed riffle shuffle. Ocean, I can do it in my right hand. I pulled a muscle in my left hand, so it's hard for me to do that with my left hand, but with my right hand, it's been a while. So let's see if I can still do a one-handed riffle shuffle. There we go. Yes, sort of. But yeah, I've managed to kind of strain some muscles in my hands, so I'm not doing the one-handed riffle shuffles much right now. Tips to learn the classic pass. Not a move I have too much advice on. I would look at sources where the person does the classic pass well. That should be your barometer. Is not who they are necessarily, but if you look at their hands, how does it look? I do think Jason England is a great download on it. Foundations, in his Foundation series, he does a great download on it. Card College is a good explanation in there. I guess that's what I would recommend looking at. It's not really a move I do too much, though. But yeah, Leaf, thanks so much. Really, really kind of you. What is the easiest trick ever? I don't know, probably like the 21 card trick. It's a bad trick, though, but, you know, that's probably the easiest, maybe. Have I ever watched Now You See Me? No, I haven't. I really should watch those movies, though. Someone had me react to something earlier from those movies. Can I do the snap deal? I actually never learned that move. The laser deal, snap deal, never a move I really ever put time into. So, not something I do much of. Well, I'll end at 5, maybe. Give it 5 more minutes. See how we're... I still have people watching. Yeah, still a decent turnout. Yeah, I've got a new video that I'm hoping will be out maybe tonight. Maybe tonight. We'll see. Yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know yet. When did I think, alright, when I'll just become a magician, why not? Maybe a year or two ago. It's when I really only ever started considering it seriously. Can I suggest a psychological thriller? Not really my kind of movie. So I don't really have any suggestions. How long have I been doing magic? Almost 15 years. Max asks, let's see. Reason why is I make slight notice in the fact that the cards are squared after the card is placed in the middle. Yes, there are other ways you can do that where you don't have to estimate and it works every single time. I'll talk about some of those in my online course. Shameless plug. Really enjoyed the videos. You should make them as much as you can. Thanks. Yeah, I'm going to keep making them. Got one that I need to do a little more filling on it, though. All right. Well, I think that I'm probably going to call the stream in just a minute or two, see if we've got any questions. I keep saying this, but really in a minute or two I'll call it a day. So if you have any questions, yeah, just put them in chat, if I can answer. Max, it depends on how well the pass is done. If you see someone who does the pass really well, there's nothing to see, and it's a thing of beauty when it's done really well. It's only suspicious if it's done poorly. What did you want to become before you considered being a magician? A doctor or scientist? You know, that's maybe still in the cards one day. Pun intended, not quite sure, but I'm going to give magic a shot for now. Am I able to do a legitimate shuffle? I am, yes. Only for controlling a card. Yeah, I mean, the pass can be a little bit overkill for that. Let's see. When was the first and last time I got rickrolled? I'm not sure. Not sure, Vertigo. Yeah, I'm sorry about the mic. I'll get that fixed. I'll get that fixed. We'll figure it out for next stream. But, you know, thanks for putting up with the weird audio. Yes, Jake. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Max, look up something called a breather, and that will actually get Jason England's download called Dead Cut on Theory. I think it's probably on Theory 11. Get Dead Cut from Jason England, and yes, that will answer your question. How long do I practice the trick before showing it to an audience? Depends how hard the trick is. Have I ever met any professional card cheats? Yes. Yep, and with Dead Cut's thing, you'll be able to do exactly that. Yep. So, yeah, look up Dead Cut. That will answer your question. I mean, Matt, what's a good, my more beat up deck? Beat up. Did an ace production in a video look like Vernon's Triumph, but it looks so clean. Yeah, Los Angeles has his channel. It's great. And Los Angeles, he's a good friend of mine. Just talking to him yesterday, actually. Am I getting the gold play button? Not for like ever? I don't know. Okay, but just to give you a sense for what you can do with Dead Cut, Max. It's by Jason England. Let's use a card at random. Okay, 8 of diamonds. Here we go. Thanks so much, Justin. You were super generous. So 8 of diamonds is the card. Gonna do this. See if I can So Max, I believe it was the 8 of diamonds, right? So, legitimately shuffled. See if I can find it. There we go. 8 of diamonds. So, that's just to give you a sense of what can be done with what Jason will teach you in Dead Cut. So, of course, all that washing could have been done by a spectator. It didn't have to be me. Yeah, Jeremy's great. He's really awesome. He's super nice. He's the heart of gold. Great guy and a fantastic magician, and he's great hands too. He's really good. Yeah, Max. So get Dead Cut, and you'll be able to do that. Twill explain everything. Do a magic trick blindfolded. Sure, at some point. All right, good. Glad you got a new priority, Max. A backdrop. I don't know what you mean by a backdrop. Do you mean like a back palm, this kind of thing? What do I do with dice? Basically nothing. They just sit there. They're just decorative. That's all. Great stream. Shocked me when I first found your videos. Good. I hope you were shocked in a good way. Hope it was a good way. All right, I'm going to call it for the day. Thank you, everyone, for coming to the stream and tuning in. That was really nice of you all to be here, and thanks for the generosity to those of you who donated. That's really nice of you. And I don't know, maybe I know that some streamers on Twitch, they like set up things where like for different like donation amounts or whatever, they'll like do certain things or whatever, and maybe I'll add some of that. I don't know if people would be annoyed with that or if they'd like that or whatever. I mean, you know, I do the streams because they're fun, but it's a way for me to, you know, also make a little money. That, like, I'm not opposed to it, obviously, but I mean, I do it for free, which more or less I am right now. But you know, it's streaming and videos, and it's part of a job, so you know, I gotta make a living. And so if people don't mind, again, I don't want it to feel cash grabby or anything, but if people don't mind, I may think about some creative ways of kind of having, you know, super chat this, then you get this, super chat that, and I'll do this or something like that. I haven't decided yet, but you know, I'll let people decide if they feel like that would be okay or not. So it's really up to you. All right, thanks everyone. This has been fun. Really enjoyed it as always. And sorry to those who just joined. Chessie, if you want to book a lesson and find out more about it, just I'll put it in chat. Look up this https danielroymagic.com/booking. Yeah, you know, maybe like, you know, super chat this much and I'll like do a trick or something like that. I don't know. You know, again, it's like I don't want it to feel like slimy, cash grabby. I always worry about that feeling. But you know, like this is what I do as a job, so I don't know. Maybe people would be okay with that. Yeah, maybe I'll do a stream next week. Might do that. All right, take care everyone. Bye.